Hey, how's it going, guys? So today I took two trades. One is this one here, VRTU. So the reason I took VRTU was I was watching it for a reversal. So the stock has been down the entire day, pretty much. Let me switch over to 5 minute chart here. So it's been down the entire day. Hit this level and sort of stayed here for nearly an hour. If we look at the 15-minute chart, it's hanging around this level, and then once it started to form a new 15-minute high, on the 1 minute chart, it gave me a very good definition of entry and exit in the sense that I'm able to see that below this level, pretty much like 38.95 is where it double bottom. So that was like the low of the day, pretty much. So I set my stop loss there. I went in small size, only 500 shares. So not really risking too much here, maybe 20 cents or so. But the potential gain was pretty good because my obviously my goal was to get the VWAP, but I basically exit all out here when it made a 1 point move more or less. I partialed all the way up, and the reason why I chose this is because this line is coming down. This is a very short stock or a very bearish stock, very weak. So I don't know if it'll make it all the way up. It seems like it is going to, but if we look on the 5 minute, there's this strong level of resistance as well. So I'm not sure. That's the reason why I want to play it safe. A point move is actually very, very good. So I went in and then I partial on the way up. So basically what happened was I saw that it hit this level, it dropped back, and so when it hit that level again, or it broke it a bit, I took a partial 100 shares out. It dropped, but I didn't get spooked out on this one because I set my stop loss. Usually once it breaks the SMA, I set my stop loss just below the SMA, and that was above my break even. So either way, this is now a risk-free trade. So I already got a partial here. So it didn't really spook me that it dropped. I was actually thinking of re-entering what I took out. I was going to put in 100 shares back. I didn't do that because the spread is pretty bad on this stock. It's sort of a lower float stock. So I just let it ride. It popped up again, and this time I took out another partial because I don't want this to do a double top and then drop on me. So I took another 100 shares here, and then I moved my stop loss now up further. So it looks like this level was a good level of potential support because it sort of started to consolidate around this area. You see it hit the high, held this level, went up, went down. This is sort of an outlier, but now it hit back this level, went up. So I set my stop. I moved my stop basically up to the 39.40 now. So now I'm guaranteed a bigger profit. But I did take a partial here. It did sort of do this crazy wick thing, but I wasn't really concerned. I didn't really care. And then as it popped up, I basically partial out the remainder of my shares there. There's a chance it's making it to VWAP now, I think. But again, there's that 5 minute SMA there, so I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see what happens with this stock, but I'm out of it already. So then the other stock I took was EPZM. Reason why I took it short here, even though it's sort of a counter trend trade since the stock was up all day. If you look at this, it trend all the way up, but it sort of got stuck at this level. If you look at the 1 minute, I actually had it, well, maybe not on this chart, but if you look at this chart here on the bottom, this 5 minute chart here, there is a previous day high at around this level. So as the stock was trending up, it sort of hit this, which also corresponded to the 5 minute SMA, and that became a very strong level of resistance. It dropped, hit this level, which is another level high from maybe other days, either yesterday or 2 days ago, and then it popped up again. But then it never really touched this, and then it dropped. It got held by these EMAs, and then it slowly trended back up here, but then it went back down. So that corresponds to this. It touched it, and then it started to trend back down. And at this point, the EMAs looked like it was going to cross the SMA. I took it short. I set my stop loss just above that. So I think it's like 23.80 was my stop loss. So I went short here. If it broke this, it would probably mean it would break this, and then it will probably trend higher until it hits this SMA. So I took it short, small size, only 300 shares. It did drop on me, and then on the way back up, I took a partial here, right before this big collapse. I took a partial, and then this is where I set my my profit target. It was actually 23.15. So right around this level. And the reason I did that is because I wasn't sure if it's going to actually touch this at all. And the reason why I touched it is because I set a range, so it became a market order. So as it collapsed, it actually just exited at 23. I didn't plan it that way. My target was up here. But I did take a partial here because I wasn't sure if this is going to run back up and blow past my break even. Because this is, for a strong stock, this could be a very strong level of support. It did break it a bit, but then it quickly went back up. So I was concerned there. So I took some profit off the top here. I did move my break even then down to 20 or down, from 23.8 to 23.65. I think that's around where I enter. I may lose a few cents, with the spread and whatnot, but that's why I moved it. The reason is because I like to put it above the SMA. So, I don't want to get chopped out if, this may hit the SMA and then collapse or whatnot. So either way, I took out 100 shares, and right after I took out 100 shares, this stock literally just collapsed all the way down to 23. So now it bounced back up, so this is a good level of support. Now it's sort of trading within this channel, so to speak. But yeah, so that's it. 2 trades. Fortunately for me, they're both winners. So yeah, that's it.